Yo, this is David.
And this is Chris.
Thanks for listening to the Booty League podcast.
Happy Thanksgiving, guys. But F Royce.
Yo, what's up, guys? I'm back. Thank you, Chris and Royce for holding down week 12, for me. Yeah, how's it going? It's just me and you today.
Uh, yeah. Happy Thanksgiving. We are recording this Thanksgiving morning. During the first game of the morning.
Mhm.
Uh, it's been going well. How's your week off? Yeah. How are things
It
going for
was
you?
amazing. Me and the wife went to Mexico City, and we had a good time. It was a well-needed vacation. No, I'm just playing, but yeah, I had some things to deal with. I tuned in to you and Royce's podcast. Thanks, Royce, for holding it down so last minute. But yeah, great job. Maybe I can move into an upper management role in the future. Who knows? But yeah, quick question here. Who in our league are you most thankful for?
Oh man.
Oh, Mooney. Okay. All right.
Big
Ah,
catch.
damn. Big cat. He got down at the 10, but keep it going.
All right. I would say James. James is a shoe in for being the commission, put dealing with us jabronis. Always having fact checked everything and put everything together. That's a shoe
Mhm.
in. So of course always it's James. So if it's I'm thankful for James in our league. If it wasn't James though, I would have to say someone I'm thankful for is as much as it can tilt me sometimes. I'm thankful for Timmy for being
Oh.
the negative energy we need,
Mm.
just the right amount of energy we need in this league. Otherwise, it'd be pretty boring. So it's pretty entertaining, and uh, yeah, got a little bit of like kill action with
Yeah.
Timmy.
For me, I am thankful for I guess this is cliche, but I'm thankful for everybody in the league because I'm glad everybody is a good sport and like they play along with their stupid whether it be like draft games, shot games, or like respecting the booty or Broden. Like everybody like nobody is above the booty is I guess. Yeah, everybody likes
True.
playing along, and it's a good thing we got going.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And oh yeah, one more thing I gotta be thankful for my co-host. Wouldn't be here, wouldn't have a job without you.
of course, of course.
Just be a bum, just be sitting here, being a huge bum. So thanks for that. All
Yeah.
right, let's jump into our breaking news waiver wires. Of course, later into the year, no more trade deadline, not too much going on, but we did get some action with Dontre Hilliard to Marcus for 30 fab. There's seven bids total, 26, 16, and 4. Texans D also to Marcus, big spender this week for 27. Four bids, followed by bids of 2 and 0. Dalton Schultz to James for 18. There was three bids total with 9 and 0. Jimmy G to Michael for 0 fab, and he got it just out of waiver party because he didn't spend any fab on it. What are your thoughts on the waiver wire this week?
Yeah, Dalton Schultz, James I think picked him up to kind of block me.
Mhm.
That was a good block by him. 18's kind of a lot, but I don't know how much his bank is. He should have known that I only have like $30, so I'm not
Mhm.
spending more than a couple dollars on a tight end. But good block by him. I wish I could have done more to block his quarterback because he needed a quarterback this week. But um, it's too hard to tell like which quarterback's gonna hit when
Yeah.
you get to that tier. And like kind of me, I just picked up a random tight end. It's just when you get to this tier, um, tight ends is either touchdown or bust. So
Yeah.
it's a roulette at that point.
Yep. Yep.
Dontre Hilliard, I put in a couple bucks, but I couldn't match with the big spenders.
Gotcha.
Yeah, what
Yeah,
did you?
I felt like 35 was too much. Like I was definitely buying into the Jerry McNichols is it was supposed that could have been his role last week. He was just in concussion protocol,
Uh huh.
but Dontre Hilliard did do a good enough job for them to drop Adrian Peterson. So they released Adrian Peterson. So I'm not sure what that role is. So that's why I picked up McNichols on kind of like a little flyer to see is he the backup to McNichols or did he earn that job? And that's why uh, AP lost his job.
Yeah.
Other than that, 16 waivers, and nothing too contested, nothing too crazy. Let's jump into our shot bets. Last week I had a head-to-head with Nick. That's one soju bottle. Um, we had James paying out with the video, which was shown in a second. David owes 3 shots for a perfect head-to-head because we got family stuff and it's Thanksgiving morning. We'll put that on layaway as well. Um, Timmy is currently late. He owes either 3 shots or 1 shot. He said, we did have a shot.
Um.
I thought we agreed on a head to head. He thought it was just one, or whether it was three doesn't matter. But however you want to interpret it, you are late though, Timmy. So it was whatever it is plus one. Vincent owes one for sure. And if he did the head to head when he was on the podcast with us, it'd be two. So that's up to him. But he's late again, so that's going to be plus one to whatever he
Mm.
chooses. Um, and on layaway because I respect if if you just communicated, hey, I'm busy, I'm not drinking right now, like I'm totally fine with it. But when you do start drinking again, you do hold these shots up. So I do respect that. So on layaway is Nick with 2 shots. He says he's taking a little break. Yeah. Royce, if you were doing the head to head with me, I think I won by 1 week, and he is also on layaway. I won by 1 4 to 6, and I got one. So if you are doing the head to head as the fill in, for your tryouts, then you do a 1 shot. But that's also on layaway because he communicated that.
Okay.
Yeah, let's show the video of.
Oh yeah, the video. Let me see if I can get this to work. Let's go. Desktop here.
James owes 5 shots in a shotgun. I wonder if he did a shotgun. He owes Nick a shotgun because of the Scuff Jeopardy.
Still. Alright, here we go. You see the video?
Yeah.
Alright.
His one shotgun he paid up was just a shotgun bet for you.
So this is the 5 shots, I think.
Yeah, this should be 5 shots. I don't know if he ends this with a shotgun or not.
Oh, I like how it's frosted. He must have kept it in the
Nice and
fridge or
cold.
something. What's your opinion on would you drink? Do you drink your hard liquor like cold,
No,
in
I
the
keep it room
fridge?
temperature.
Room
Like
temperature.
I think it's easier down when it's cold for sure. However, it's like you lose a lot of flavors when it's too cold.
Oh,
So
boba.
ooh, boba chaser.
The
Okay,
boba chaser.
he's chewing boba.
Ew, that's nasty.
That's an ABG, dude. ABG James
All right,
chasing cognac with boba.
respect. That's
Okay.
nasty. All right,
Honestly.
I'm watching the game right now, so don't mind that. But yeah, again, hopping back into it. Oh,
Okay. Let's talk about trades. Trade deadline. We had 4 trades. It looked like three, but it was, it looked like a three-way trade, but it's pretty much just tied in separate trades. Red receives Mike Evans and Damien Harris, and I received Miles Gaskin and AJ Brown. What are your thoughts on this?
yeah, I don't know what you're thinking about this. I like Mike Evans a lot more than AJ Brown. I know there's concerns of Antonio Brown and Gronk coming back and kind of taken away, and Godwin is like hyper targeted in this offense. But
Mhm.
I think Mike Evans is like always good for like a breakaway touchdown, or
Mhm. And
Brady
some
looks to
target,
him
yeah.
a lot in the red zone. So I think Mike Evans has that consistency over AJ Brown, although there is concern about workload, but it hasn't come yet. And AJ Brown just can't stay healthy. That's my biggest gripe about
Yeah,
AJ Brown. And
yeah.
Mike Evans is in a better offense. And Miles Gaskin and get Damien Harris kind of the same in my opinion. Um, but yeah, what about you? What walk us
So
through?
yeah, my thought going into this was, Mike Evans had a big game, so I was selling high on him, selling high on Damian Harris. I thought Dame was Ramondre, looked good. He ended up splitting the snaps. I didn't like Damien's rest of season schedule.
Hmm.
Um, and Gaskin, is the 1A, like he should be, he gets 70% of the snaps. So I like it. Just the efficiency's not good. The O line sucks. So it was more of that play against the Jets that week. So I got 17 points from him.
Okay.
And I was buying low. I mean, yeah, I guess I was just like AJ Brown's stock was really low, so I was just buying in on him. I thought he would do better, but he did get hurt. That's hindsight though. Yeah, I thought he was gonna have a good week. He had 9 targets. It was raining, and he should be the focal point and has the opportunity to be really good. Mike Evans scares me because I know you had a couple games where Mike Evans has like 3 points. I think if they play a team with a shutdown corner and you have four great weapons like uh, Godwin, AB, and like Gronk, and
Mm.
then Mike Evans, like Brady's just gonna find the open man. So it's like, okay, if someone's gonna put a shadow corner on Mike Evans, I'm just gonna throw it to whoever else I want to. So like that scares me when everyone else is back and healthy. Just yeah, AB's not back yet, but Gronk is back.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, and yeah, so I was just kind of spooked about that and buying low on AJ Brown. Just didn't work out for me this week. What would you give? What grades would you give?
I would give Vin an A plus, and I would give you a B minus because I mean it's not that bad for either
Mhm.
person. It's I just like Mike Evans a little bit more than AJ Brown at this moment.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, no, I agree with that too. Same grades, A and B. Next,
Vin be making moves this last week, right before
right?
I think that's like the first moves he's made in like 2 years, so it had to come against me, but Vin receives AP and Jonathan receives 30 fab. What are your thoughts?
My initial thoughts were like, making this doc, I was like, can you believe AP costs more than Odell Beckham?
I know, yeah.
So yeah, I think Jonathan won this trade straight up. I know, Vince Chase needed a running back because Kamara was out again, last minute injury, so he was just trying to get what he could, and so A plus for Jonathan, C for Vin. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, A plus for Jonathan because he got cut and whatever. And Jonathan always be trading for fab, but I never see him like actually spend his fab on anything.
Mhm.
Like he just likes having a big bank, I guess. But I feel like he could get players in return, or I don't know. He could keep them and consolidate his power by doing a package, maybe.
Mhm.
But he does like to trade for fab. But
I
and
think
go ahead.
if he doesn't like a player, like he's cool, like just getting fat back, and he knows his traders, like his traders are not willing to give a player for AP. He's like, Garrett, just give me some of your money. You have a
Mm,
bunch of money.
yeah, Jonathan doesn't get attached to his players.
Mhm.
But I give an A plus for Jonathan just because of the hindsight, and a C plus for Vin because he got the W. So.
Okay. Next trade, James receives 25.
I
Ty
think
receives no big
James
deal.
gives receives ODB now.
Oh yeah, sorry, I flipped that. James
Yeah.
receives ODB, and then Ty receives 25. Thoughts?
Okay, then we gotta flip this. So my thoughts are, in hindsight, James traded for his handcuff, which is
Uh,
very good. Did the trade happen before or after the Woods news?
after.
Oh, this was after. He still
This is
got.
like this is a week after.
Oh.
This was this past Friday or
Damn,
Saturday.
I could have gotten ODB for $20.
Yeah, exactly,
That's
exactly.
so scuffed. I'm
That's what I
surprised
was
he
like.
didn't come to me because I was trying to get trade Josh Allen to him, plus like a
So,
receiver and some depth.
oh wow,
So I'm
um,
surprised he didn't come to me
it
because I was asking
it,
about
it worked
Antonio
out.
Brown.
We
Yeah.
were kind of on a high because so these two trades we were at Brewery X together. So Ty pulled
That's
up,
where it
and
all
then
goes down.
Ty, started off with Michael, greased the grooves that morning, showed up, and Michael's, dude, I thought I could sleep on this, like I thought I could do this and that, and then they ended up trading, and then like he was thinking about it, and then James was like, James, talks to Ty, like pulls Ty aside, starts talking to him, was like, and Ty's like, okay, I'll do this if Michael does a trade, then I'll do this, and then yeah, it kind of worked out
Oh,
from there.
I see. Man, the MO is the same, man. The rape MO is all the same. They take their victim to like a bar or something, get them drunk, and then they proceed to do the dirty work. But in any way, I gave an A for James and a D for Ty, just because I think the Rams' offense is so explosive, and they don't have that
Mhm,
deep ball connection yet. Like you can't
mhm.
just get that in a week. So I think Stafford will um will connect with ODB more. So yeah, to like a I don't know. I'd say top 17,
If he gets a top 24 wide receiver for
20.
that's so
Yeah,
cheap,
yeah, yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
that's super cheap. Um,
Yeah.
I think Ty could have gotten more for OBJ, like like you were saying, like you could have gotten Josh Allen and something else or whatever. But it's still speculative. It's still OBJ's role, right? We don't know if he's gonna mesh yet. Is 1 week enough? Is 2 weeks enough? Maybe he doesn't mesh until the playoff time, like,
Mhm.
and it never gets going. So, but you are pretty high on Sean McVay and like the Stafford offense. So, right now I'd say C for Ty and then B for James. And
Okay.
this stemmed from our next trade, which I probably should have put first. Um, and it depended on Ty receiving T. Higgins and Mike receiving Clyde Edwards-Helaire. What are your thoughts on this trade?
Um, I actually like this trade for both of them. I
Mhm,
like this trade a little bit more for Michael because I think when Ty made this trade, I think the news coming out was Clyde maybe being out for until after their bye. I'm not sure,
mhm.
but I do
Yeah.
remember reports of he's gonna come out. But then all of a sudden he plays on game day,
Mhm,
and so I think Michael wasn't expecting that,
mhm.
and I don't think Ty was expecting that, or else they would have kept them. And I think Ty is in like a win now mode, and he couldn't wait
Yeah.
until after the bye.
Yeah.
So yeah, I give it an A for Michael and an A minus for Ty, just because T Higgins is a nice piece for
Mhm.
someone.
I agree with that. Ty lost both his receivers this week. He lost that week. He lost Amari Cooper and Marquise Brown, quad and COVID. So he needed another wide receiver, and he's like, if I'm not using CEH, I might as well trade him. So I
Okay,
guess
so
it worked
I
out.
offered a Josh Allen for CEH and Antonio Brown plus plus like whatever trash quarterback he has on right now. And he
Three of
said,
them
"Huh?
for the three of them for Josh Allen.
Yeah, or he had like
Yeah,
some nobody quarterback.
yeah,
Let me
yeah,
pull
yeah.
it. So I mean
It probably wasn't
neither of
him.
them were
Yeah,
gonna play, right?
yeah,
And so I thought I could
yeah,
survive this week and then play him next week, or
yeah.
something like that. But he didn't trade
Damn.
at me. Whatever. I guess I'm not cool enough to go to the bar. All right, what are your
My
thoughts?
bad.
Same.
I should hit you guys up. I was thinking about texting the group, and I was like, we went out for my birthday, so it was a late thing for us,
Mm,
and then it was just it just so happened that they made a trade there.
okay.
Um, yeah, I give an A for Ty and A for Michael. So yeah,
Oh yeah, and so this leads us into we ready for our game of
yeah.
the week?
I want to see this.
Okay.
You want to go
So me
first?
and Chris are doing this so our mini game for the podcast is we are ranking Thanksgiving side dishes. So I think I'll start off, right,
Okay.
Chris? Let me share my screen with you real quick. Okay. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Okay, should we start should we start from the top or from the
It's
bottom?
up to you. Up to you.
All right,
However you want to do it.
let's start from the top. All right, in the godlike tier, I have apple pie and apple pie with ice cream. Like apple pie and ice cream and apple pie have to be in the same tier because they're the
Mhm.
same thing. S
I don't know. Ice cream makes the biggest difference. Go ahead and go through yours first. Go ahead and go through yours first, and we can talk about it.
Okay, it's like well, I put apple pie in first, and then I
Mhm.
saw that there was apple pie and ice cream as an option,
Mm,
and I'm like,
okay.
damn, that's
Okay.
good. So then S tier, I got ham. I don't know about you, more of a ham guy.
I am more of a ham guy. Yeah.
Mashed potatoes, peach
Okay.
cobbler,
Mm,
brown gravy, and scalloped potatoes. I love scalloped
Yeah,
potatoes.
I agree. I put scalloped potatoes in there
Yeah,
too. I
yeah.
agree with that.
In my A tier, I have Brussels sprouts. I'm assuming with bacon.
Yeah,
Um, biscuits. I just have a soft spot for biscuits.
I'm with you. I'm with you there.
Mac and cheese, red velvet cake, spinach artichoke dip, and
Okay.
cornbread.
Okay, we're not too far off. We're not
Yeah.
too far off.
Let's keep it going. We got roasted vegetables, corn on the cob. I mean, it's okay. You know,
Hmm.
it's not gonna wow anybody, but it's good.
Hmm.
Turkey is in B tier. I mean, I personally don't like it turkey all that much. It's like
Hmm.
a little dry for me, but
Yeah, if you make it right, but like it's if you it on average when I show up to a Thanksgiving party, it's more likely to be bad than it is good. You know?
yeah, it's not the wow factor.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just plain.
It
And you
looks
got
cool though. Seeing that big turkey on like the in the
in
what
the
do you call it?
big pot or whatever.
Yeah, or like just like the picture, like was it whatever you call it, like a table setting, like just seeing
Oh
the big
yeah,
turkey like
yeah,
that. It looks nice. So there's that.
yeah. I got cream corn. I'm not sure what that is, but I'm assuming it's the same as corn cheese.
It's similar. It's similar.
Cheesecake is here. I'm not a big fan of cheesecake and baked potatoes. I mean, put a little butter in that, and it's a good eat. It's good. I'd
Okay.
eat it. C tier. I don't like pumpkin pie.
Wow.
I
Okay.
don't like. I mean, bread rolls is just bread rolls, so that belongs C tier.
Yeah.
Cranberry sauce. Look at the picture. It's like gelatinous, straight out
Yeah.
of the can, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Lemon meringue pie. I don't really like lemon pies. Green
Mhm.
bean. I don't like casseroles in general, so green bean casserole and squash casseroles are
Oh
here.
wow. Okay. We have some big differences. We some a lot of similarities, some big differences.
Stuffing. Stuffing belongs here. I'm not a big fan of
Oh
stuffing.
man. Okay, that's disrespectful. I don't know about that
Really?
one. Yeah, I love stuffing.
That's so cap. Pecan pie. I
Uh,
think pecan pie is a little bit sweet for my taste.
okay.
Candied yams, pineapple sauce. I don't even know what Buckeye pie is.
Same here.
And sweet potato casserole, and then white gravy. I don't even know what white gravy is, but that's my list. Wow.
Okay. All right. I'm sharing the
All
screen with
right.
you.
Let me stop sharing here.
All
Oh,
right. Can you see?
one
All right.
second. Wrong thing. All right. Let's
All
put
right.
this on.
S tier, got honey baked ham. Always good, always delicious on
Oh, honey
Thanksgiving.
baked
So
ham, godlike tier. Oh, pumpkin pie, god. All right, I'm
pumpkin
sorry. I'm
pie
jumping
is
the
S
gun. I'm
tier just
jumping the
because
gun.
this is the only time of the year I get pumpkin, and I look forward to it. Like I would like outside of late October into November, I would never touch a pumpkin pie. So if we're talking Thanksgiving
Yeah.
foods, like this is the only time I would ever touch it. And yeah, that pushed my apple pie ice cream. I think they're different though, right? I think apple pie goes down by itself because you can get apple pie anytime. But if you're, with family, you get some dessert. You gotta do the ice cream with apple
You know,
pie.
apple pie has a soft spot in my heart because that's the year I won the cooking contest with my apple pie recipe.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I always tell Alice, I'm like, Alice, I make a mean apple pie. And she's like, that's cap. I've never seen you make an apple pie in my life. And I'm like, I make a mean apple pie. You just have to trust me on this one. Keep it
Oh
going.
man. All right. I'm a big fan of green bean casserole. I'm gonna move it down to the end of S here though. But Brussels sprouts,
Mm.
stuffing should probably move up
Oh,
here.
stuff. Man, me and
Stuffing's
you.
S tier. Stuffing's S tier. Scalloped potatoes,
Mm-hmm.
vegetables. These three kind of the same.
Mm-hmm.
For me, green bean casserole. A big fan of green bean casserole. And then moving into sweet potato casserole. I haven't had too many, but the ones I've had, I like. I'm not even a sweet potato person. I don't know why I like
Ah.
sweet potato casserole. I'm gonna be honest. Um, Brown gravy just goes on everything, hits well. And like with the bread rolls, I know you put in seeds here, but definitely rather have cornbread and
Yeah,
biscuits
yeah,
instead.
definitely.
Mashed potatoes goes in A tier. End of A tier. I'm not. I like mashed potatoes. I'm not a big mashed potato person. Spinach artichoke is like bordering A and B tier. I could have done either. Apple pie still delicious. Cream corn. I have a cousin that makes like a really really good cream
Mm-hmm.
corn,
Mm-hmm.
so it's up there for me. Pecan pie's good.
Oh, I see.
B tier.
A
Mac and
B
cheese.
tier is where the desserts are for you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mac and cheese. Corn on the cob. You can get corn on the cob. The cream corn. So I might be able to move this down even.
Yeah.
And yeah, I like cheesecake, but I'd rather go for the pumpkin pie. I'd rather go for the apple pie, peanut cobbler. If it's there, I might consider it.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Just because it's like nobody, it's like kind of rare. Like,
Yeah,
not something you
yeah,
would eat normally.
yeah. Baked potato, like I've never seen it at Thanksgiving. Um, and if I would, I probably wouldn't reach for it. Like I'd rather reach for the mashed
It's
potatoes
too
instead of.
filling.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. Yeah, brown gravy is superior to white gravy. Kenny into it. So my hot take is turkey C tier, like probably
Wow,
like towards
turkey
the end.
C tier? That's
Yeah,
just disrespectful.
like it looks nice, it's pretty, but it's not. I might get a slice just because oh, it's Thanksgiving. You don't get turkey like that. Cranberry sauce. Not a big fan of red velvet, so just C tier. Same thing, same take as lemon pie. I don't even know what squash casserole is. I'm gonna be honest. Bread rolls and Buckeye pie and pineapple sauce round out my C
Hmm.
tier. But yeah,
Wow.
uh,
Yeah, me
a
and you
couple
have some
differences.
big differences.
Yeah, a lot of similarities, but some big differences. So yeah, tell us your thoughts on our Thanksgiving tier list. We want to hear it for sure.
Yeah, are there any hot takes on here? We usually have a few hot takes on our lists. But yeah, so I see here that you got me and you are the same. Oh, we're not the same percentage.
Yeah,
Royce is saying on the
I moved slightly up
yeah.
with my picks last week.
You know what feels good? It feels good that me and you are both like as the season goes on, we're have a bigger and bigger lead over the guest lineup. That feels good to me. You know,
Yeah,
they always talk at the beginning of the season. They're like, "Man, you guys don't know what you're talking about."
yeah.
But over a long enough time span,
Mhm.
the 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 analysts are edging out ahead. So the professionals. So
The process works, right?
yeah,
The
the
process works.
process works.
So Michael, recapping the last week, Michael versus Jonathan. Michael pulled this one off. Um, I got that correct. Me versus Ty. I got that. I got Ty. Royce did not. Vintook versus David. Vintook over David. I got David. Unfortunately, Vintook made some moves and changed that up. James versus Royce. Um, we both had Royce. James pulled that one off. Uh, Chris versus Nick. I got the dub there, and then Nick very salty, very mad that it's mine, David, and Vintook's team.
Yeah, Nick Salty.
And then Timmy versus Marcus. Marcus pulls that one off, and Timmy's in a pretty bad slide. I want to say like 4 games or something like
I
that.
think working on 5 this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So total, I got 4 and 6. Royce has 3 and 6. If he's joining me for the head-to-head for his tryout, that's one shot. Bringing our running record, David stays the same at 61%. I'm up to 62%, and then our guest is at 53%.
Okay.
Any thoughts on the games this past week? How'd your week go? Like that.
Knee. I don't know what happened. How do you lose with like 60 points from your running back? You need some.
That was rough.
You need some help in the. I think Knee's Achilles heel is like his quarterback play.
Yeah.
It's been that all year, and
Mhm.
I think the thing with Knee is that he doesn't want to trade Mike Williams or Jamar Chase
Mhm.
for some depth because I think those are his keepers and he wants to keep them. So Knees kind of has 2 feet in both seasons, so I think
Mhm.
that's what he's playing for to
Yeah,
keep.
he was telling me he was down to trade Mike Williams, but he did not want to trade Jamar Chase for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, I thought, yeah, I thought that was funny. For sure. He put up what 50 points on the week and you lost? Like, that was pretty crazy.
5 touchdown week.
Mhm. That was
Wow.
crazy.
Props to Ty for pulling it off. I mean,
Yeah,
he still
yeah,
got to
yeah.
put up the points.
Our power rankings are fake, so I think our commish has decided to stop doing them. But he's also just been busy this week, so
Yeah.
haven't been hounding him. So we're just gonna look at our standings. Um, Jonathan's in first at 9-2, probably secured a playoff spot. At that spot, I think 2 through 11 are still in the running. I'm not quite sure. I'm in second place at 7-4. Our 6 and 5s, third place is Nick, me, Timmy, and Michael, and Vin took. So 2 through 7, excuse me. Then we got 8 and 9 are both 5 and 6, which are Marcus and Ty. Then James and David, both 4 and 7, 10, 11. And our last place secured his bowl bracket, Royce, at 2 and 9. Thoughts on your standings?
Yeah, I would say the bottom. I don't think James, me, or Royce can get out of the toilet at this point, just because of one, we would be 6 and 7, and two, we just don't have enough points we put up. So I think
Mm,
Royce is safely and it's so Royce's team. Oh my god! How do you lose like so many games with like your team's not even that bad? I don't have a single running back one. I don't have a single running back two. I don't have any wide receiver ones. And Royce has all those things. I don't know what's going on. But Royce's team is so shit. Is it? I think it's a manager diff. I
Manager
really
diff for
do.
sure.
But
For sure. Um,
anyways.
I don't know if Marcus loses out, like there's still what's crazy is that usually we'd be kind of like locking in our spot right now,
Mhm.
but with that extra game, like I really think it's still possible. Like if you have Ty and Marcus lose out, what week 12, so there's 3 more games, right? Like Michael, like any of the 6 and 5 teams can end up 6 and 8 if they lose the last 3 games.
Is it 3 games left?
12, 13, 14. So
Oh,
week 12,
14. Okay.
13, 14. So yeah, like any of these 6 and 5 teams can go 6 and 8, and if you guys go 7 and 7, like it's possible.
Okay.
So
It's
yeah,
possible.
it's
It's there.
possible. Like yeah, points are low. Like Matt, we're gonna jump into it later, but I think James and yourself have a very big matchup this week.
This week, yep.
Yeah,
It's
this
not
year's must
possible.
win
Four,
TV, right? Like must
five,
win right now.
4 and 8 is not possible. But yeah, we have a big matchup coming up this week.
yeah, yeah. Other than that, I think pretty crazy, and then the extra game is things for a lot of teams.
Hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going,
Any other
going.
thoughts?
No.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, going into the matchups, we got first matchup of the day. We have um, Ty versus Jonathan. Um, for this one, I mean, the quarterbacks are kind of similar. I like Cam Newton's. They both have wheels, but I think Cam Newton has a bit of more of a nose for the end zone than Tyrod Taylor does.
Mm,
So quarterback goes to Ty, running back goes to Jonathan. It's close, but I think Jonathan overall has better matchups. Miles Sanders against New York and
mm.
Najee against the Bengals.
Yeah.
Wide receivers, I have it pretty even. Debo and who is it? Yeah, I have it pretty even. Debo and Keenan Allen, Marquise Brown, and I think DJ Moore are
Mhm.
like kind of similar tier. It's hard to say which way the coin's gonna flip. Tight end, I have it going towards Jonathan, but right now at halftime, Hawkinson only has one reception for 10 yards, so I might even lean
One
over.
target too, so
Oh yeah, one target too. So I might lean over Dan Arnold at this point. But the flex I have T Higgins against Waddle. I think I have it leaning Waddle, so Jonathan.
okay.
How about you?
Um, I agree with. I think running backs are more of a push. I don't think it's Shea or Jonathan because in Philly they're still splitting snaps over there. I think Boston Scott might get a bigger role. Jordan Howard was getting a big role until he got hurt. And Ty has tougher matchups for the running backs, so I'm gonna say it's a push though. Um, I agree with, and I think the flex I would say is more of a push. I like T Higgins this week, he's back, and then versus if Waddle's the only receiver, it could be a tough game for them.
Okay.
And this is going to come down to, I think Lenny versus Sanders. Lenny and Sanders are both kind of losing snaps, even though they're both back from buys and injuries. And Debo is like pretty much the running back one of the
Hmm.
team right now while Elijah Mitchell's out, so he just needs to start catching the ball again. What do you think this matchup's going to come down to?
Yeah, I think it might come down to their questionable QB play because I could see a world where both. Actually, they're playing the Jets in Miami,
Mhm,
but because they're playing such bad teams, they might not need to like run or throw as much as
mhm,
maybe more competitive games.
mhm.
I just think which one of them does better, I think will be key in this game.
Okay.
If there's any changes, I think both lineups are pretty good right now. How about you?
I might consider the Devontae instead of Fournette. But honestly, I think my trust factor is more into Fournette and how he's done so far this season. It kind of sucked getting Ronald Jones taking more snaps and taking
Yeah.
some carries. Um, Also, I think Tyler Lockett needs to be in. I don't. Maybe he doesn't trust Russell Wilson or something like that. I might put Tyler Lockett instead of Moore or Waddle. But maybe he thinks that if DJ Moore is going to do well, then that means Cam's going to do well too.
Oh, kind of like that. Yeah.
Yeah, cannibalizing each other there. Yeah, I think those are my thoughts. Tyler Lockett should be in, and maybe Devonta. But I have Ty keeping his streak alive. He's on fire.
Oh
3 wins in
wow.
a row, and I got Ty pulling this one off. What do you think?
I have Jonathan pulling this one out. I think Jonathan's team is just a lot more. I don't know. Jonathan suit finds a way. His suit finds a way. I
It
think.
does. It does. It
Yeah.
does.
So I have faith in Jonathan.
Okay. And we'll jump into Vin versus Royce. For quarterback, I got Royce with Lamar Jackson. The running backs, I got Royce, James Robinson, and Antonio Gibson over Javonte and Damien. Wide receivers, I got Royce as well. Justin Jefferson finally hitting his stride. Uh, Over Mike Evans is nice, but I'm not sure about Rashad Bateman with Marquise back. Tight end is Royce as well. Kyle Pitts against Jacksonville. And flex, I got Royce with Elijah Moore over. I guess Elijah Moore would be versus Rashad Bateman or Jerry Judy, either or. But yeah, I think I kind of have Royce taking all the positions here.
Oh wow, Royce taking all the
Yeah.
positions.
I,
I kind of disagree. I have Vin taking quarterback. Surprisingly, I know Justin Herbert's been a little inconsistent lately,
mm,
but when he does boom, he has those huge games.
mm,
I think he keeps it alive against Denver. Running backs, I agree. I have Royce. Wide receivers, they're pretty even. Mike Evans against Justin Jefferson. And then I think I did Jerry Judy or Bateman versus Ayuk. I don't know. One of those. Whatever, it's even. But
mm.
tight end I have going towards Royce, and flex I have going towards Royce.
Okay.
All that being said, this is set up for Royce to somehow lose this game.
Yeah.
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 He, but is there something this comes down to? I think
I,
it's Ayuk versus Bateman. What about you?
mm, I would say Bateman and Elijah Moore. And also, I think Vin has players that just touchdown upside, like Javon, Damien, Hunter Henry. Uh, yeah, I think those three players he needs touchdowns from.
Okay. Um, is there any
I
changes you would make to their lineup?
I think it's good, and I think I do have Royce winning this one.
Um, I think. Oh, I didn't know Royce had Cedric Wilson. Who are they playing?
They're
I
playing tonight,
I might
Vegas.
consider playing Robbie Anderson or Cedric Wilson over Ayuk, but
Okay.
I don't know how you can get away from him after that last game. But that last game, they were playing the Jags, I think. So
Yeah,
it's like I don't know if you can believe it. They are playing a little bit better offense, Minnesota. So um, I don't think it'll be the same game script for Ayuk, but who
for sure.
knows? I think Royce wins this one though.
Mhm. Okay,
Ye-
so we both got Royce, and let's
Yep.
jump into our next matchup. Uh, Nick versus Timmy. I
Okay.
have quarterback going to Nick. Russell, close, but I'm gonna take Tom Brady here. Running back is gonna go to Nick, but David Montgomery doesn't look too good right now, and Mark Ingram is questionable to play. He might be out. Wide receiver is gonna go to Nick. Without Tyreek this week, you got Cooper Cup and Terry McLaurin versus Devontae Adams and Traquan. Uh, Tight end's gonna go to Nick as well. Tight end might be more of a push than I'd like to say. Gronk's been
Yeah.
looking good, but I'm gonna lean slightly Nick, but could be push. and flex is Nick. Oh, he moved him. He put Michael Pittman in because it was AG Dillon
Oh, it
earlier. So
was AJ Dillon. He just
yeah, I was like,
moved them.
yeah, I was like AG Dillon unless Aaron Jones plays. So I like the Michael Pittman move actually.
Yeah.
Great move. Um, Flex is more of a pusher, I would say. Flex is more of a pusher.
Yeah, I agree. Quarterback go. I have. Did you say Tom Brady? Yeah.
Yeah, Tom Brady.
Running backs, I have going towards Nick, but the way David Montgomery is doing it this half, I'm not too sure. Wide receivers, um, I mean Devontae Adams, Cooper Cup are more or less the same.
Mhm,
Terry McLaurin and Traquan. I think Traquan has been emerging as the Saints' #1 receiver.
mhm,
The thing is, it's against the Bills,
mhm,
but yeah, I guess I have it leaning towards Nick anyways. Um, Tight end, it's a little even, but Waller has that history, and Gronk making his way back from injury, so I have it going towards Nick again. Flex, Hendog versus Pittman, I have it pretty even. I do like Hendog's consistency over Michael Pittman, just because it is against Tampa Bay.
mhm.
Is there something it comes down to? I think it's gonna come down to the running back gap. I mean, that's where the biggest difference is,
Mhm.
and it's not looking too bad for Timmy at this point, actually.
Yeah, yeah, definitely thought David Montgomery would do a little. It is the first half, still a lot of focus, only 7 touches.
Yeah,
Um, I would say Traquan needs to hit as well. With yeah, I think that's a big player for Timmy to hit, and yeah, everyone else looks good. Wouldn't make any changes. Maybe. Oh, I agreed with you on the stock. I said Melvin Gordon over Josh Jacobs, and I
yeah.
think I agree with that. But it might just be Melvin Gordon in general because there is no. There shouldn't be Mark Ingram tonight, from what the reports are saying.
So it should be Tony. Is it
Yeah, it's supposed to be Tony Jones season.
who? Oh, Tony Jones. Okay,
Yeah, Michael got him.
interesting. Lamar Miller. All right. Um. So yeah, I think we both have Nick winning this game pretty easily.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Timmy continues his working on his fifth game.
Yeah. Wow, Timmy. Wow. Well, fall from grace. Join us. It's me and Royce. Like here, just come join us, Timmy.
Oh
But
man, do you think Timmy's gonna make the playoffs?
I don't think so. He's like really tilted. Let me. I'd have to look at his week
His
13 matchup.
schedule.
Let me see.
His week
Uh,
13 is Knee, and then he
oh,
finishes with
Yee,
Michael.
that's a tough beat.
So Nick, Michael, and then Nick, Knee, and then Michael.
Oh, maybe he could be Michael, but it might be too late by that time.
Yeah, he might be
So he would
6'6",
be
7'7", 6'7".
6-8 by the time he meets Michael.
I'm telling you, it's possible. Like there's teams that are 6-5,
All
go to
right,
three
all
games
right.
wide,
Because
and
I'm
you get
playing
out of the
you,
playoff.
you have to throw for me.
I I think I am throwing because I think I pretty much was like, yeah, I think I'm throwing against David because I have a lot of people on my.
All right. Moving on to our next matchup, Michael versus Snee. I can start this one off. Quarterbacks, I have it pretty even. They're both whatever, hovering between like 15 and 17 points.
Mhm,
Running backs, I have it going towards Snee. Um, Wide receivers, I have it pretty even. Godwin and Jamar Chase or Mike Williams, I think could be a tie. Either one of them. I don't think
mhm,
both of them are gonna hit. I think one of them might hit. And then we have Gallup and one of the other wide receivers. So I think it'll even out in the end. Tight end, um, Mark Andrews versus Higbee. I think I have it going towards Michael. Um, yeah, that's about it. And the flex, I don't know who Knee's gonna play yet. I think Adam Thielen. So
Don't tell me if you're listening to this podcast somehow and you're live. Don't tell me
oh,
that Steven is
they play soon. Oh,
playing
it's a
like
Thursday game.
they play like 2 hours.
Oh, he's
I wonder
probably
if
at
he's gonna.
work.
Oh shit! Oh damn!
Oh yeah, don't tell Yi. But anyways, oh, Michael will squeak out this dirty win. Let me see.
Yeah,
Oh, we want Michael to fall out. I don't know who we want to fall out.
I
I
don't
don't
know
think
who
I
wants
can beat Yi in the toilets. I would rather have Yi make the
the playoffs. All
um
right.
yeah. it- You have
Um,
more or less the same.
yeah, I pretty much have the same thing. I think Jonathan Taylor's COP, but if he scores 20 and the CD Lamb doesn't come in, then Michael has a chance.
Yeah. Um so is there a position that's gonna come down to? I think it comes down to Yi hitting one of his bust games. I mean, um something goes wrong with Yi's team every week. He should win every week, but he's
Yeah.
not.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Um,
Um, any changes stealing in for Yi just because CD's rolled out,
yeah.
and I think it's a pretty easy. If everything goes right, I think it's pretty easy for Yi.
Okay. And I might play, tough because in the same tiers, but I can see Dion there or Kadarius Tony getting in there instead of Emmanuel Sanders. Just some ideas though. But it's you got Thursday game night tonight, and running backs is tough to decide. But yeah, I
Okay,
have Michael. Michael might squeak out this dirty win. I don't think it'll be that easy, and I don't think it'll be that easy. But I'm gonna take me as well.
okay. Next matchup, you versus Marcus.
Yeah,
I guess I can start us off here. Quarterback, I have Marcus because Matthew Stafford is very good. Running backs, I have it actually pretty even. I think Marcus has pretty good running backs. Might be as good as your running back core, depending on
mhm,
if Aaron Jones plays. But Chubbs and
absolutely.
Joe Mixon are no slouches.
Mhm.
I
Oh no,
have the.
they're
Go
good.
ahead.
No, I think they're really good. Go ahead.
Yeah, wide receivers, I have it a slight edge to you just because of we don't know about Russell Wilson's health.
Mhm,
Throwing to DK Metcalf and Ben Roethlisberger.
mhm,
There are questions there about his arm.
mhm.
So I give the slight edge going towards you. Tight end, Kittle is just a beast right now. And your flex, Cordero versus Gaskin, I do think if Cordero plays, I think this is pretty easy matchup for him against Jacksonville.
Oh, Cordell, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Um,
Oh,
if what it's gonna come down, I think it comes down to which Jalen Hurts we're gonna get. Are we gonna get the good Jalen Hurts or the bad Jalen Hurts? If bad Jalen Hurts, I think Chris is in a pretty good spot. If good Jalen Hurts, then I don't think. But Devonta Smith has been kind of emerging, which is like kind of
yeah,
helping his touchdown numbers because his passing
yep,
touchdown numbers. So
yep.
he's bumping. Anyways, both teams look pretty good. There are no changes that I would make, but I think I have to go with my co-host here on this one.
Nice. All right. I agree with everything for the most part. I just think my back's a push. Um, so yeah, definitely this game depends on um, my injury report from Jones and AJ Brown playing, and then also Marcus needs Cordarrelle. I think it'll be close. I think it's gonna be a good one. But I do have myself. Oh shit, DeAndre Swift's out for the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yikes.
Oops.
Fumble and then injured. You love to see it.
David's gonna pull off this dirty dub right
I'm
here.
dirty. I knew one of my swings was gonna hit a player that's not mine eventually, right?
The Reaper himself,
All
dude.
right.
Oh my goodness. All right, jumping into our next game. We luckily I mean, I don't know if it's lucky, but we get this hindsight game review right now.
Mhm.
James versus David. I got quarterback going to David, Josh Allen, over Taylor Heineke. Not a fan of his quarterback play right now, but I guess it is Seattle. Running backs was supposed to go to James, but now that DeAndre Swift is 1.4 and is done for the
Oh
night,
yeah.
oh man. Wide receiver is gonna go to David. I like Monty Smith. I like Darnell Mooney. 11 points in the first half. Um, 96 yards on 3 receptions. So big time. Some big plays here. Um, yeah, one more big catch, but he's probably gonna get like at least 5 more targets the rest of the game. Tight end's gonna go to James. I know you're taking your dart. You just need one touchdown from Judd Everett,
Mhm.
uh, and the flex between Brandon Cooks and Jeff Wilson Jr. is what goes to David as well. So, any differences there?
Um, yeah, I'm more or less the same. Yeah, yeah, I
Okay.
would agree.
And is there a position this matchup's going to come down to? I got Dave. No, that's you. I got quarterback for James. He needs Tyler Heineke to hit, and Elijah Mitchell does need to be active. But I wouldn't feel too bad about Boston Scott playing if Mitchell wasn't active.
Walk me through this Boston Scott play. Like over
Um,
Latavius, you said, or over
over
just whoever.
Latavius,
Ah,
over Latavius. Definitely keep an eye on the injury reports. But I guess they're just saying like he doesn't look as good, and people are saying Devontae Freeman got a bulk of is getting more of the work now that Latavius has been out.
mhm.
You only going to get 33% of the carries, right? He got 12 touches on 33% of the carries. So if he doesn't get a touchdown, that's he. I don't think he's a big play guy. He's not going to break off like a 50-yarder in my opinion. So if you're grinding out, you got 12 touches, you get 12 touches, you get 4 touches, and that's being nice. 5 touches, that's 66 points. That's 6 points, right? 60 yards total, anywhere between 6 and 7 points, and you need a touch.
Yeah, I see.
And then
Boston Scott has that touchdown ability,
and
I
Boston,
guess.
yeah. I think it's a bigger split than we would like to think. I don't think Miles Sanders is of it. Jordan did. He got 37% of the carries, 8 touches, and then New York Giants is a good matchup as so. Just an idea, like it's possible.
Okay.
Uh,
So who do you
that's
have winning?
I do have you winning as well.
Let's
But
go.
I guess hindsight's but yeah, from my positional picks, like it looked like James needed his running backs to carry him, and so uh, for James, I might play Tony Pollard instead of Jeff Wilson Jr., but he's not going to get the pod right now because they get both of their tackles back, and it should be a big time game for.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
But yeah, any changes you would make, or who do you?
I might play the Rams here if I were James. I know it's against Green Bay, but
Uh,
I feel like that might have been a keep away play because
mm,
he knew I was a Rams mark.
true.
Um, yeah, but I think both teams have their best lineup in right
Mm,
now. I do like Jeff Wilson if Elijah doesn't play, but if he does, I agree with the Tony Pollard play.
okay.
Um, I think that wraps it up for. Oh yeah, and me and you have a shot
Yeah.
bet going.
Yep. Rams Green Bay shot bet. So speaking of that Rams stuff, but yeah, one shot there. I know everyone else is taking a little bit easy in the shots. Are you gonna reach out to James for a shot bet on the week?
Um, I'll ask him
Maybe,
at the family party.
maybe some
I'm gonna
Thanksgiving
see him.
talk.
I'll see him later today. But
Okay.
yeah. Um, yeah. Well, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thanks for joining me on the pod, Chris, on this
Yes.
wonderful Thanksgiving morning. All right, and good luck,
Thanks, Harvey.
everybody.
Good luck,
Bye.
everybody.
See
Cheers.
ya.